Muhammadin fi sulbika laytani adraktu. Recite salawat on Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tonight, you and I are gathered here to commemorate the martyrdom of our eighth Imam, Abul Hassan Imam Ali ibn Musa ar-Raza alayhi afzalu tahiyyati was sana. Please recite salawat on Imam's name. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. To extract the maximum blessings from tonight and for the qubuliyat of all your hajat, for the bakshish of your marhumin, inshallah, recite aloud salawat on Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Imam Ali Raza alayhi salam is born on 11th of Ziqada 148 after Hijrah. In the final moments of Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So Imam was martyred on 15th of Shawwal, same year, 148 after Hijrah. There are two riwayat for the martyrdom of our sixth Imam. One is 15th Shawwal and the other is 25th Shawwal, 148th after Hijrah. In his final moments, he said the quote, the phrase which I recited in the khutbah, he told Babul Hawaij Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salatu wassalam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Inna alima ali Muhammadin lafi sulbika. The alim of Ali Muhammad is going to be from your lineage. Laytani adrakto. I wish that I would see him. So if you realize that the whole family of Rasulullah is alim, Imam Ali alayhi salam is alim, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain, Imam Sajjad and so on, all the Imam are alim. But if in this family somebody is given that title not by you and I, but by Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq, is none other than our eighth Imam. Imam is saying that in your lineage, in your Leon, there would be Alim Muhammad. The alim, the most knowledgeable from the family of Ali Muhammad is from your family. And I wish that I would see him, because Imam Ja'far Sadiq was not able to see Imam Ali Raza, because as I said, he was martyred in Shawwal, and after 15 days, 16 days or 26 days is the birth of our eighth Imam. So he was not able to meet his grandson, and that is such a tragedy if you realize that our sixth Imam would like to see his grandson, but he was not able to do it because of his istishhad and martyrdom. Recite salawat on Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Muhammad wa. And Imam is given importance not only by the family and the followers of Ahl al-Bayt and his own family, but by his enemies also. So one day Ma'mun al-Abbasi, which popularly known as Ma'mun al-Rashid. Rashid means someone who is rightly guided, but we don't consider these to be rightly guided. So we don't call them Rashid. We don't call Harun Rashid. We don't say Ma'mun Rashid. We say Harun Abbasi, Ma'mun Abbasi. So one day Ma'mun Abbasi asked his wazirs and ministers that who do you think is a threat to my kingdom? So one of his ministers said that, another minister which was not present in the gathering, he might be a threat to your kingdom. So he said, I will take care of that person. Who else? So say, you know what, your brother Amin. Your brother Amin is a threat to your kingdom. He said, okay, no problem, I will sort him out. Who else? And we know that how did these two brothers fought, Amin and Ma'mun. They actually fought because Harun Rashid has two wives. One was Arab and the second was from Ajam. So from Arab, his son was Amin. And from Ajam, some say that it was not his wife, it was concubine, but whatever, right? So from Ajam side, he has a son by the name of Ma'mun. So in his lifetime, Harun al-Abbasi distributed his kingdom, divided his kingdom. So he gave away Arab part of his kingdom to Amin and Ajam part of his kingdom to Ma'mun. So that was a makeshift arrangement that progressed for some time. And when Harun died, now there is a fight. So Amin and Ma'mun fought with each other. And as we know that Ma'mun ultimately killed Amin. And not only that, he beheaded him and put his head on the door of the city of Baghdad. And people were asked to spit on the face of Amin. That was his hatred for his own brother. And you see, these are the kings which are known as the Khalifatul Rasul family. You know, the Khalifa and the successor of Rasul. This is their character. And we don't, that's why we don't take our deen from these individuals. We take our deen from the character of Rasulullah and his pure family. So, just to give you background, so he said that okay, the second person who is threat to your kingdom is Amin, and he said, okay, I will take care of him. This is because before he killed Amin. So he said, who else? He said the third person who is most dangerous to you is Ali ibn Musa. He said, who Ali ibn Musa? He said, Ali ibn Musa ibn Ja'far. He said, who? He said, Ali ibn Musa ibn Ja'far ibn Muhammad ibn Ali ibn al-Hussein. So Ma'mun was a very shrewd politician. He knew that. But he wanted to ask from his wazirs and ministers, what is the pulse? You know, and you know, the shrewd lawyers in law, they say that don't ask a question to which you don't know the answer to. So the Mamun is the same thing. He knows the answers, yet he's asking the questions from his ministers and wazirs to understand the pulse, what is happening. So he said, okay, why do you think he is threat to my kingdom? So his ministers and wazirs said that, you know, Mamun, you are ruling the heads of the people. But the ruler of the hearts of the people is Ali ibn Musa Raza. And people do not have respect for you because you are controlling, you have power, you can kill people. But Ali ibn Musa Raza does not have power, but he is ruling the hearts of the people. He is the king of the hearts. That's why he's very beloved, and you have to be vigilant from him because he can become a threat to your kingdom. And we see, like, this is the testament about Imam from his staunch enemies. And Imam alayhi salam lived in that particular a scenario and time. Inshallah, in tonight's majlis, I will present in front of you three important areas in which Imam alayhi salam guided the Muslim Ummah. How Imam actually navigated the ship of Islam in these turbulent times. I will focus and provide you some examples, inshallah, as a take home for us to realize and also understand and inshallah implement some lessons from the life of our eighth Imam after your loud salawat on Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allah. The first arena in which Imam provided guidance to the Muslim Ummah is the political arena, political area. Ma'mun offered Imam, as I said, I provide you that Ma'mun was a very shrewd politician. And in contrast to other Abbasid caliphs, he was a learned man. And he liked to read hadiths and he liked to debate people also. He's a good debater. And sometimes he used to debate in defense of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, just to show people that, you know, I am the supporter of the family of Rasulullah. I am among the family because I am the family of Abbas, the uncle of Rasulullah. So he used to portray like that. He was wearing a garb of religion, but using the garb of religion, he was hiding the rot of hypocrisy. Some people do that, and then that is the character of Ma'mun. So he said, okay, he offered Imam that, you know, I want to offer you Khilafah. I am going to remove myself from the Khilafah and I will azal myself, I will ma'azul myself, and you become the Khalifa. Why don't you do that? So Imam actually gave a very beautiful reply. And that reply makes us understand the concept of Imama. If you want to understand the concept of Imama in one sentence, this is the sentence from Imam. He replied to Ma'mun, "Oh Ma'mun, I am not interested in this position." So he persisted. He said, "No, you should accept it." So Imam asked Ma'mun, "This position of Khilafah which you are offering me, is this from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Has Allah given you this position? If Allah has given you this position, then you cannot give it to someone else. If Allah made anyone Nabi or Imam, He cannot give Nabuwat and Imamat to someone else that I am retiring. Why don't you become Nabi? Why don't you become Imam in my substitute?" So Imam gave him that if this leadership position is given by you, is given by Allah to you, then you don't have right to give to anybody else. And if Allah has not given you and you have usurped that position and power, then it's not yours. And if something it is not yours, you cannot give it away to someone else. So Imam said, okay, I'm not interested because either of these two, Allah has given you, then also I can't take it. And if you have usurped it, then you also I can't take it. You cannot give it away. So this beautifully summarizes the concept of imama. So he said, he was silent and he said, okay, if you're not accepting the position of Khalifa, I want to make you my heir apparent, my crown prince, Wali Ahad. You have to accept this position. Imam said, no, I'm not interested in, keep me away of it. He said, either you accept it or I will kill you. He threatened Imam openly. So Imam said reluctantly, okay, I will accept this position, but I have conditions that I am not going to be involved in the affairs of the government. I'm not going to appoint anyone and I'm not going to remove anyone from the power and position. And I'm not going to give you any advice in running the affairs of the state. I am a ceremonial crown prince if you want that. And if you think about it, at that particular point, Imam alayhi salam is 52 years of age. And Ma'mun al-Abbasi is in his 30s. So you will not find a crown prince who is elder than the king. In this situation, crown prince is elder than the king. That actually explains that Ma'mun is not serious in giving Imam the position and the power. He is just portraying himself that I am the lover of the family of Rasulullah. And he also wants to show it to people that, you are following this group, you are following the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, this family, they are after power. And I offered them position and he took it, he took the power, he took the position. And people know that Wali Ahad, the crown princeship, the heir apparentship of a small area of Muslim empire means nothing to Imam. He is the king, he is the prince of Jannah. What is this? What is the worth of this worldly position in front of Imam? Nothing. So he was trying to entice Imam and he was trying to show it, to portray it to people that this family is after power, na'uzubillah min zalik, and I'm offering this position to them and they accepted it. So Imam said, okay, I'm not going to take this position and you keep it for yourself. And Imam reluctantly accepted this. And some people told Imam that, Yabna Rasulullah, you accepted this position. Why did you do that? Imam used to provide the example of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam multiple times. He said that, Yusuf accepted the position of minister, finance minister in the area of Pharaoh, right? So he said, since Yusuf accepted this position reluctantly, he is Nabi of Khuda. He was not interested, but since they actually came to him and forced him and he accepted it, same is the situation with me. I was not interested and they actually openly threatened me. And in order to remove the shar of Ma'mun al-Abbasi, I have accepted this offer and this position. I'm not interested in it. It is because of his force that I am taking this position. Please recite Salawat on Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli. And then the second area in which Imam provided guidance to the Muslim Ummah is religious area, religious arena. People were looking for guidance in the area of religion. And that was a very turbulent time in Muslim empire. As you know that after Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq, even Shia became divided. We know the Ismaili group, and then majority of them followed Imam Musa al-Kazim alayhi salam. So what happened is, after Imam Musa Kazim, when Imam Musa Kazim was in prison, people don't have access to him. So he appointed his wukala, his representative, his deputies in various cities. And those people were responsible to collect religious dues, khums and all those money, and they were sending it to Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam, or they want to use it as directed by Imam. So from prison, Imam used to write letters and used to tell them, this is how you should spend the khums money. So Imam was sending them and telling them, and since Imam was in prison for a long time, some of these deputies and representatives were not able to contact Imam. And then when Imam was martyred in prison, they had a huge sum of money with them. And they said what to do. So some of the wukala, some of the deputies of Imam, They say, you know what? This Imam Musi Kazim is Imam Mahdi. And he went in ghaiba. And you know what? He went in ghaiba, he went in occultation, and they refused to acknowledge the imama of Imam Ali Raza. They said their final Imam is Imam Musi al Kazim. He went in ghaiba. Why? Because they want to keep the money for themselves. They want to usurp and steal all the money. So they didn't acknowledge the Imama of our eighth Imam. So that group is known as Waqifiyya because they stopped. Waqif means to stop. They stopped at the Imama of our seventh Imam and they did not proceeded forward with the Imama of our eighth Imam and so on. So Waqifiyya was one group that came about at that time. There's another group by the name of Murjiya. Murjiya had a very interesting concept. They said that everything is with heart. If you are satisfied with doing namaz, it's okay. If you are not satisfied, don't pray. It's religion is about heart. Okay, some people, in religion also we find, okay, dil ki tasalli nahi ho rahi, misal ke taur. So Islam is not about satisfaction. The criteria for something which is right or wrong is not the satisfaction of the heart. If that is the criteria, then why Allah has given us Sharia? Why there are messengers and imams and prophets and so on and the books? So the Murjiya said, okay, it's all about satisfaction of heart. If something satisfies you, do it. If it does not, it's okay. Allah will forgive you. Allah will decide. So they were that group of people. Then there was a group of people by the name of Qadariya. They said that Qadariya said that Allah has given absolute freedom to everyone. Allah does not interfere. Allah created the earth once and then everybody is free. The freedom is abundant. You can do whatever you like. And then there's another group that was on the opposite end of the spectrum by known as Jabariya. They were known as predestination. They believed in predestination to the fullest. They say everything is destined by Allah. Everything is decided by Allah. You cannot move here and there. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. So Allah controls everything. Allah has decided that this person is good, this person is bad, this person is going to come to the Majlis, this person is go to somewhere else and blah blah. And Allah has decided we can't do much. So that group is known as Jabariya. So there are multiple firq and groups of people that evolved during the time of our eighth Imam. Then his own brother, one of his brother by the name of Abdullah ibn Musa al-Kazim, the son of Imam Musa al-Kazim by the name of Abdullah, he refused to acknowledge the Imam of our eighth Imam. He said, I am the Imam after seventh Imam and Imam Ali Raza is not the Imam. One of his brother by the name of Ahmad ibn Musa al-Kazim, he actually accepted the Imamah. So what happened that after our seventh Imam was martyred, some people went to Ahmad ibn Musa al-Kazim and they said, okay, we want to make you Imam and we have brought you some gifts and money and you will be our next Imam. He said, okay, let me take you to the real Imam. And he took that group to the doorstep of Imam Ali Raza. He said, I am not your Imam. My brother Ali ibn Musa Raza is your Imam. Give all your dues and gifts and everything to our eighth Imam. So there are his brothers. Recite aloud Salawat. So that was the guidance, that was a background of people that were living in that type of the world. So what did Imam do in that situation? Imam personified the character of Rasulullah. If you realize in our hadith books, there are two people that are titled by Rasulullah as the part of Rasulullah. One is the lady Fatima Zahra Salamullah alaiha. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. About whom Rasulullah says, Fatimatu bad'atum minni. Faman abghazaha abghazani. Fatima is part of me. Whoever angered Fatima has angered me. And the second personality about which you will find these words of Rasulullah is about eighth Imam. Rasulullah is reported to have said that one part of me will be buried in Khurasan. And whoever visits him, and then Rasulullah provides the merits of the ziyarah of our eighth Imam. So that is a very special connection between Rasulullah and our eighth Imam. And he portrayed and showed that connection to the people. I will give you two examples, inshallah, in that regard after you recite aloud Salawat on Muhammad. One example is one person was living in the city of Medina, and he said, I was confused. I was not very sure that who is Imam after Imam Musi Kazim. He said, I was very confused and I was praying to Allah that, oh Allah, direct me to the right Imam. And I was making dua and asking Allah for supplication. And one day I saw a dream. And in the dream, I saw that in the masjid of Rasulullah, I see Rasulullah is sitting. And in front of Rasulullah, there is a big plate. Then that plate is filled with dates, khajur. And he said, I saw in my dream that I went to Rasulullah and I said, Ya Rasulullah, please give me something. So he said, Rasulullah took his fist and gave me some dates. And I counted those dates, so those were 18 dates. And he said that after this dream, my eyes actually opened and I was awakened. He said, after a week, it was announced that Ali Raza alayhi salam is in the masjid of Rasulullah. And he said that, okay, I said, this person is the claimant for the imama. Let me go and meet him. Let me see him. He said, I went to see Imam Ali Raza and I saw him in sitting at the exact same spot I saw Rasulullah sitting. And he said, in front of Imam, I saw the same big plate which is filled with dates. And he said, I proceeded and I said, Yabna Rasulullah, give me something. Imam smiled and gave me a fistful of dates. And he said, I started counting those dates. And he said, those were 18 dates. And I said, okay, let me test. He said, Yabna Rasulullah, can you give me some more? And Imam replied, if my grandfather has given you more, I would have given you as well. Yes. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He said, after this, I am completely satisfied that if someone can be Imam, it is Imam Ali ibn Musa Raza. Another example in which Imam personified the character of Rasulullah in front of audience was one day, it was a day of Eid. So Ma'mun al-Abbasi told Imam that I want you to lead Eid prayers. Imam said that keep me out of it. I am not interested in leading Eid prayers. He persisted, please you do that, you are a crown prince. At that time, the Khalifa used to lead Eid prayers. So he said, why don't you do that? Imam said, keep me out of it. He persisted. Imam said, okay, that's fine. So on the day of Eid in the morning, he sent like a lot of horses and camels and all the top government officials, the 3 and 4 star generals of the army. Everyone is outside the door of Imam waiting for the Imam to come out, and they have worn like beautiful clothes and everything. They have guards and pomp and show ready for Imam to come out and go to the Eid prayers. And they saw that Imam came out with a stick in his hand and he is barefoot. And he is seen in the same manner as Rasulullah used to proceed it for Eid prayers. And then Imam said, okay, I'm not going to use any horse. I will walk to the Eidgah, to the prayer spot. And Imam started walking. And after every 10 steps, Imam used to call out Allahu Akbar loudly 4 times. And Imam used to do that. All the people, they start chanting out Allahu Akbar. And all the government officials and all the ministers and generals which were sitting on the horses, they all also came out from the horses and they start walking with Imam. And everybody is chanting Allahu Akbar. And there were some spies. You know, these Khalifas have spies. They have spies in the people. And those spies told Ma'mun that, you know what, when Imam chants out Allahu Akbar, everything in this world, every grain of sand calls out Allahu Akbar with Imam. It is a very